Yes, it is. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Greyhawk channel. We are sorry for the technical difficulties, but Autumnhall is here. First and foremost, we would like to thank our patron supporters and our Twitch supporters for supporting us, for allowing everything to go on as planned. We also have our Roll20, and we are officially powered by Roll20. Heroic Mats is our official battle sponsor. You can check them out at Drive RPG. And we currently have over 300 maps that we may use if we so choose on our channel. Tabletop Loot, you can go to tabletoploot.com and enter Greyhawk in the coupon code and get 15% off your dice order. Our patron supporters and Twitch subscribers can get quotes to Roanoke and Cantrip Candles in the private section of our Discord chat. Please do so. Well, we are starting off this season here with a new cast and with Greyhawk. So without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce our cast. First up, you may have known her from Tilt over on the Scraticus channel. And tonight she is playing Jorna. This is Ray over there at a brick.
Hey, I'm Ray. I'm with a brick. You can catch me here every Sunday. Yay, every Sunday for Autumnhall, and occasionally play over on the Scraticus channel. And I help run things at Cincinnati D&D, so you can kind of catch me all around in those areas. So yeah. Hey.
Alrighty, and the next person that we have up, we are very glad to host these two guys. They run Cincinnati DD, and they do things out in the wild, making the D&D community. They are Matt and Miles. Matt, introduce your character.
I am a detective Tiefling, Cephalogia. I worked for the City Watch for a minute, and working on this case with the scroll now.
Miles.
I got my name.
I'm going to be playing Archer Blackthorn, and he's like a gloom stalker, likes to hunt the sewers for evil and baddies and stuff. Ranger stuff, you know.
Thank you so much. We also have the talented and wonderful Gilding Light members who are wonderful, and if you haven't checked that out, do so. It's run by Team Phoenix, and that is where these three other of our cast members have come from. First up, we have Megan, and she is playing.
Hello, I am Megan. I am playing a half-orc named Sid Ironcast, a rogue, and I'm very excited. First time streaming, so it should be great.
Next up is another Gilding Light member who I've had the fun to play with, his character Mally, who saves my character regularly. Take it away, Justin, with your character.
Hi, my name is Justin Mast. I'm playing Paul Renault. He is a doctor human, and he is a human cleric warlock. So we'll see how that goes.
It's either going to go really well or not so well. And last but not least, we have Kurt. He is also a Gilding Light member, and I've had the fortune to play with him in a few other games as well. Kurt, introduce your character.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kurt. I will be playing Darius Mournval. He's the chief inspector for the City Watch. This is his last case before retirement.
Oh, is that what he thinks?
I mean, that's what we're hoping.
All right, and I am Misty. I am mostly hanging around the Scraticus channel, hang around Gilding Light, and of course the Greyhawk channel, and I am your DM for the next 12-week ride through Autumnhall. So without further ado, are you all ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Dear adventurers, the Hayward family of Roanoke Island is in need of your expertise. Your presence is therefore requested at Autumnhall. There has been a message in a bottle sent to you. The teleportation marble is used by crashing it under your foot. It is pre-programmed to bring you to Silverport. Once you arrive at the port, you should look for a boat named Dory. It's a large brown boat and has enough seats for you and the two rowmasters. Gold coins are to pay the rowmaster. It is exactly the fare to travel to Roanoke. Once you arrive on the island, look for the horse-drawn carriage named Gaius, who is the horse master, but, you know, we call the horse Gaius too, so it's kind of interchangeable. I look forward to seeing you all, Lord Hayworth and family. What do you guys do?
I will go ahead and follow the instructions of the message This obviously warrants my attention.
So you saying you smashed the little marble and you were teleported?
Likewise.
Same.
All of you? Awesome.
Absolutely.
Somebody roll me a percentile.
Oh. 94.
All right. So 94. You arrive to the port, which is completely covered in fog. You can see maybe 2 to 3 feet in front of each of you. And you are trying to find a boat, a brown boat named Dory and the Rowmasters. You've all arrived at the same various location, so you may be bumping into each other and whatnot. Go ahead and make your journey towards the boat.
Very well. Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Paul, man. It's on you.
Yeah, all right. Well, I start, I take kind of note of my surroundings, but then I walk brazenly towards where these boats would be through the fog.
I am, Darius will sit back, like kind of take a second to kind of look around, see who all is there, and see if anyone he perhaps recognizes.
Cephalogia, Justin, Birch, what are you doing?
Trying to figure out how that teleportation marble worked. I guess it's really dark and scary here, right? Extra super foggy. Do I get a good look at everybody else?
They're about 3 feet in front of you, and if they're wandering around, then yes or maybe.
Can I tell what Darius's rank is?
Darius, are you wearing any identifying things to your rank or to what you are?
I mean, I would be wearing a chief inspector's badge of the city watch.
Then you probably can tell what he's doing.
All right, cool. Mr. Inspector, Chief Inspector, what? Do you know why we're here?
My guess is the same as yours. We have been brought here on a missive to investigate something up at the mansion.
That checks out. And then you see this archer guy and half-orc. Are you guys? Is everybody here from the city? Where's everybody from?
Character intros?
Where's everybody from? Yeah.
At that question, you see Jorna just kind of continue to pull over her hood and just kind of look around and doesn't know how to answer that question.
Can I see some identification? If you could just show Darius some identification, everybody, that would be great. Get your papers. Y'all get your papers.
In his coat pocket and like get just enough identification.
She'll kind of like reach into her boot and just kind of pull out some like crinkled papers that look like they have been stained and disheveled and ripped, but they're vaguely there, and she just kind of like shakingly hands it over.
Ma'am, I believe you will be whoever you say you are. Don't touch me with that thing.
I don't think identification was part of the letter. I think we're good.
And you hear over in the far off distance, as you guys are commiserating about how you got here, slishing and sloshing, and it sounds like there may be boats to be seen or people rustling in the distance.
Jorna will just start walking. She'll like look back at everybody and just start walking.
I'll be that guy, and I will pull out like a pen, right? And just idly cast light on it, so I have some sort of a flashlight almost, and just start walking towards the sound.
Does that seem like that would be where the boats are?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Start going there.
So Sid and Archer, you're getting a buzzing in your ears as you go towards that direction.
like unfamiliar buzzing? Like never felt that before?
Unfamiliar, like, you know, the feeling when you get the tinklies, but it's kind of like you can feel it like in yourself. It's not necessarily
Like tinnitus?
yes.
Oh, that's unpleasant.
That sounds nice.
The rest of you're not really having any sensations as you continue your journey towards it. What do you see? Who do you see?
I've already kind of gone right into the mist, so I'm kind of just making my way there, not kind of ignoring everybody, but still kind of looking around with very inquisitive eyes.
Roll me a perception check.
Perception. Okay. Well, let's see. I have a 26 because that was a 20 on the die.
Awesome. So you get a nat 20, and you get to have an auto success on an attack roll should you require it. Make sure you take a note of it
Okay.
for future reference. So at this point, you see a black part of shadow, and you see this boat sitting over on this area. It doesn't look particularly modern. It's got dock workers and two guys standing there looking like they may or may not belong there completely all the time. One's kind of taller than the other. They're both human, and they look like they're looking at their pocket watches and kind of tapping their toes.
Hello, gents. I would like to partake of your boat. I'm needed at the mansion.
Oh, you're the one that was sent for. Oh, come, give me your coin.
Yes, the coin that was part of the whole thing. Here you are, sir.
Thank you. Get on board. There's a few more of you. At least that's usually how this all works.
I believe there's somewhere, but I was very eager to get ahead and find out what this is all about.
Well, we just work for the island. They pay us. Every once in a while we get a message, and that message tells us to come pick up the newest usual suspects that never seem to come back.
So this has happened before?
For as long as the boat port has been around. We don't even know when this island came about.
Interesting.
Anyways, get on. I'm sure there's more of you. Farthest up.
And I take my
What are you
seat.
doing?
Yeah, I jump in.
Oh, welcome aboard. Get over there.
I'll follow suit.
All right.
Ask all the boat questions that he asked, so I know all his boat answers now.
All right. Darius.
I hand the coin and give the gentleman both of them a good once over before getting in the boat.
They kind of bow a little bit respectfully to you because they know of your position. They know that, yeah, you are doing a lot of hard work on the island, and meanwhile, the investigators don't do a whole lot. Sid.
I will hop on. I'd probably be last because I got that weird buzzing going on that is bothering me. Are they wearing any kind of uniform?
They're wearing a brown uniform. It does have, it says boatmasters. There is a little bit of maybe a family color on their sleeves. It kind of represents something that you wouldn't be able to maybe put your finger on.
Okay.
So everybody's on the boat. So the boatmasters tell everybody, all right, hold on to your belongings. It's going to be a rough ride. This tide is difficult and this fog is overwhelmingly annoying. And so you get going. And you hear every once in a while just the of the boat going through. And over in the distance, you can start to see a very large tower that kind of gleams with this reddish, orangish tint. It's very, very hard to see because it is very, very foggy.
That's eerie.
Can I see good?
Like
Paul?
the the fog has the reddish tint, or like windows and stuff have a reddish tint?
The fog may or may not also have the reddish tint. As the fog, you're not necessarily in the midst of the fog right in the port anymore, but you can see that reddish tint. So it may be a tower that has red that is pushing forward. It may be the sun that is lighting up and just hitting it right to red forward. But it is a reddish, orangish, burgundy, very deep color on the horizon.
And I look to see if I can see through the fog at all, like, and try to like peer through it to see if I can tell where that's coming from.
Perception check.
That's a 12.
12.
Or wait, no, I lied. That was a 9. So 15.
15.
Yes.
So you see that it's possible that it may be self-lit, like it may be the sun coming through it. You don't see a whole lot of definitive markings, but you do see that in which it looks like possibly it is the tower itself may be red.
Cool.
Boatsman, what is that?
That is Autumnhall. That's where you're going. It's over there.
I'll just lean over and like kind of coming almost out of nowhere into the conversation. The tower seems to be self-lit. And then I'll just kind of like walk away.
I say she speaks.
The tower is that tower. Sometimes it's red, sometimes it turns blue, and on particularly bad days, it seems to have a black mist come out of it. But we don't know why. We just get hired to go to this island.
Oh, yeah, that seems normal.
I am curious as to why you are so unnerved at these apparent lights, if it's simply Autumnhall and you have been there many times before.
Oh, no, we have not been to Autumnhall. We do not go to Autumnhall. We take you to the island and we come back to the port. But we never go back to the island for people. It is a one-way trip. We only are purchased for a one-way trip.
One way, you say.
So what you're telling me is that you are accessories to various forms of kidnapping over the years if they do not return.
No, not us. We don't do that. We only do our job. There's Lord Roanoke and there's many Lord Roanokes. They always send us a letter.
Mm-hmm. Ignorance is not innocence, son.
We just do our jobs, and he just kind of ignores you and continues battling.
The other groups you've taken across been similar to ours, or?
Well, I haven't seen many of the tieflings before, but I've seen many orcs, half orcs, humans. Sometimes they bring animals. They always bring luggage, like you did. All of you get it. And we don't know what happens. We don't know. We just do our job. And Lord Roanoke will leave a message for us or send a letter. He always sends letters to people.
I'll walk back up.
Not a very descriptive letter.
Well, we've never seen the letter. We don't ask about what we do. We are just contracted to do this. And we get paid very well. And we get a message just like you. It comes in a bottle and it says to pick you up.
How long has it been since the last group?
About 10 years.
All right. Fair enough. So it's been a minute. Typical adventures.
Yes. And so you are gone and you keep going. It's about 30 minutes in. And you see this really nice port that you're going to go into, this little docking station. And the bowmasters get you up there. And they expertly hook it up. And they get up there and make to help you guys out.
All right. Do they take my luggage for me, or do I gotta carry it myself?
You have to carry it yourself. Your letter said you needed to find Gaius, the horse master.
Boatsman, where is Gaius? He should be handling the rest of our conveyance to the mansion.
Gaius, last time it was Gus or something. He normally parks over there or with a big carriage. It's got big tires and they're metal, and the horse is huge. and you go, and he takes you. We don't ever see Gaius. He doesn't come out this far. We don't know why though. We've never really seen him or Gus. Gus and Gaius, we never see them. They don't come as far out here. You have to go just past the dock, and that's where they start doing things.
They start doing things, you say?
Yes, we see you as we row back, and you're usually getting in things, and off you go.
You are a simpleton. Very well. I grab my bags and I just start walking towards the area.
Towards the place.
Sid and Archer, this annoying vibration is getting louder.
I do not like any part of this.
Would I
Say
I
outlaw.
know with my passive perception, would I be able to tell that Sid is having any physical reactions?
Probably.
Like
I'm not hiding it.
You would be able to start noticing the slight discomfort of some of your travelers for those unknown reasons.
I would
I'll
be
think-
chain smoking too right now.
I might actually say, like, does anyone else hear that buzzing?
I'll sink back. Buzzing. What do you mean?
There's like I guess they don't have electronics. There's like a weird buzzing. No, just
Are you okay? Did you hit your head?
no.
Then
It's
I would.
fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Everything about this seems totally fine. Is anyone else a little weirded out by the fact that we were invited here and nobody ever leaves?
Are you sure I can't look into it? I am a physician.
And now
I
the doctor
do a
gets
medicine check.
Medicine check, yes. I will use my medicine to take a closer look here. And that I got a 26.
26. So you can definitely tell that Sid and Archer are definitely experiencing something. You're not sure if it's medical. You're not sure what exactly it is. You haven't put your finger on it yet.
Archer,
But they are obviously feeling something.
can I try something real quick?
I would like back up, like give you the once over. What are you gonna try and do?
You're hearing a buzzing, or Sid? You're hearing a buzzing. Either of you. We gaze into.
Oh, you can try it on him. That's fine.
All right, looks like
I'm
you
gonna let you try it.
All right, so I'm gonna gaze the two minds, and I'm going to I gotta touch it.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, you use your action. You said you're a willing humanoid, and I perceive through your senses. And
And all you perceive is
right. That's all I hear is
That's
buzzing.
it. That's all you're hearing. That's literally
There is
all they're
indeed a
hearing.
buzzing.
It's literally a loud buzz, and it's just enough to annoy them, but not make them so like climbing the walls. So you're making your way through this. You're going towards this big, gigantic horse carriage. Imagine Queen Victorian horse carriage. It's huge, and Gaius is there, and he bows to you very nicely. Welcome, travelers. Do come, and he goes to help you. He's a little gnome, or gnome. And he goes to help you, and he starts trying to help put your stuff up there, and he opens up the carriage, and he's very happy to see you.
Oh, ladies first.
Indeed.
Jorna's just gonna kind of like smile and like put her hand out and shake the little gnome's hand and she only has a rucksack on her back, so she doesn't have anything except for just like a kind of big rolled up bag. And she just she pulls her hood down and she's just gonna like walk into the carriage, just take care of herself.
She gets in there. She's just fine.
All right. After I see her go in just fine, I'll go in.
And the buzzing in your ears annoys you slightly. So you may make a misstep and then finally get up there.
I think like Jorna would kind of like see it and like try and help as much as possible, just kind of like oh sorry.
Good.
All right.
So every ounce of my fiber feels the need to ask questions, but since we have yet to get any answers, might as well just go along for the ride.
And so the little gnome is helping. Everybody in the carriage, everyone get up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the gnome closes the gate of the thing, and you hear the little lock, and he gets up on his horse, and this horse carriage has 2 gigantic horses. They're beautiful horses, stallions. And he goes, thump. Welcome, guys. Well, it's been so long since we've seen visitors here. And he's going up. And
Yes.
somebody roll me a perception check.
Can I cast, while somebody's doing this, can I cast Detect Magic to see if there's anything in the carriage or anything about the gnome?
Sure.
Cool.
Perception would be...
This whole thing is filled with magic. It literally smacks you in the face, going kaboom. And
21 perception.
yeah. Anybody that has over like 18 perception is going to be smacked in the face with magic.
Like,
What kind of magic is it? Can I tell?
yeah, that's a real question. What kind of magic?
That is the interesting part. You can't really tell what kind of magic it is. In some ways it feels like it's nature magic. In other ways it feels like it's possibly darker magic. In some ways it's like as you move.
Do we get a sense of whether or not it is malicious magic?
It's spooky.
Spooky magic, but not.
Knew it.
Not
Wait, is it necromantic? That's the only thing she wants to know is it necromantic magic?
some of it, yes.
Okay. She
And
puts her hood back up. She's going to put her hood back up and you see her like physically like kind of move into the corner of like the carriage.
And so what you see right now as you're going up, and it's because you rolled, is little flumps. And the little flumps are being very cute. Welcome. Welcome to the island. Welcome.
What are they?
What is this?
They're flumps.
They little floppy jellyfish guys with eyeballs.
They're little psychic energy drawers. There's a little colony, you know, as you're going, they're kind of like, they don't look threatening. They're just kind of like welcoming you. They're like a little choir. Welcome to Autumnhall. Welcome. And
Animal handling?
if roll me, it'll have to be an attack because.
Oh no, I don't want to attack them. No aggression. Hold action. No, I don't want that.
Okay.
We all good here. Well, what do you say to welcome? You welcome them back? You thank you?
Yes, we are happy to have you. And they are just, you see them, they're obviously feeding off of some kind of magic out in there. It may be dark magic, but because that's typically where you find them is in dark magic. So they're happy, they're not hurting anything. They're just mischievous little guys. Oh, you were meeting my pet flumps, says Gaius, the horse master. They're here to welcome you. They're very excited to see you. They're going to follow you all the way up to Autumnhall.
They're pets.
Why, guys, why are we here?
Domesticated flumps. I'm intrigued.
Lord Roanoke sent for you. He sends for people. It gets very lonely on the island.
Yes, apparently they come here and they never leave.
It's creepy.
Oh, but everybody's still here.
That's disturbing.
You'll have a party. You're going to have a grand feast. We're going. And the flumps are, grand feast. We get to eat. Feast and feast.
Okay, was there like fine print in this letter that I missed?
I do not recall taking any hallucinogenics. Do you, madam? Do you, sir? What is going on here?
No, but do you have some?
Talk to the lady with the shrooms growing out of her head.
And I will druid craft a little mushroom and just hand it over.
Allow me to inspect you when we have a later time, because I want to know exactly how that is done.
I believe that you are a doctor, sir. Why do you insist on inspecting only the women?
No, I just offering my services.
Yes.
That is all.
Uh-huh.
That's why if you need some assistance, if something were to be afflicting you, I'd be very much happy to help you.
Uh-huh.
But it seems like the only ones being
That guy has ringing in his ears, and it's in my ears too.
Well, then, shall I? If you need my assistance, I'd be happy to help you.
You already checked, Sid. There was nothing we could do about it.
Same ringing?
Yeah.
Alright, same ringing.
So we're going up, and you're going up, and finally you see Autumnhall. And Autumnhall is this massive mansion up on this hilltop, and it has beautiful textural work that looks pristine. It is kept amazingly. There are flower beds and things that are growing all around it. And as Gaius pulls you up, you come to these double doors. And Gaius, of course, jumps down. These double doors are about 15 inches thick. And so Gaius puts down the little steps for all of you. And, of course, then he starts helping to get you guys out. And as you go towards doing that, continue.
What's he this guy doing?
I get out of the. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was actually just. Are we still in the carriage at the moment, or are we getting out of the carriage?
You're getting out of the carriage.
Okay, so as we get out of the carriage, I'm going to walk over to the doctor and just kind of lean over and just be like, does anything seem wrong with anybody? Does anybody seem sick or not present in the mind? I'm saying this to Paul, the doctor.
And he kind of gives a shifty eye and just looks around. It all is very strange to me.
I'm just trying to put together the pieces of why we're all here.
And that I don't know either, but it's quite exciting now, isn't it?
And as you say that, these gigantic doors, dual doors, open. And a well-dressed man, very butlerish, about 6 feet tall, pointed ears. He may be a half-elf or he may be a full elf. You can't really tell. He's very polished, walks down the stairs of Autumnhall. You're here because the Lord has summoned you to help us with this house. And
Good sir, last time I checked, the chief inspector is not a carpenter.
good.
Inspect the house. That's why I was summoned here. You heard about amazing psychic investigator. That's why I'm here.
My Lord Morningville, your credentials say that you are quite the best at what you do, and you solve many crimes, and you're due for retirement. That was what your profile said when Lord Roanoke sent it to you, was it not?
So you have been keeping tabs on me. What else should we know?
Oh, well, here's the deal. You help get yourself together, and Lord Roanoke will explain everything. There is going to be a grand feast in the main hall.
Explanations sound delicious. I like that.
And Inspector Cephalogia, you tirelessly work, and yet somehow you can't actually solve crimes in your area. Well, hopefully you can solve this problem in the house that we have, and everything will be great.
Okay, so we are here to be solving something and not just to be this guy's like pets, right?
Is
My
he not
dear
the
Miss
most dangerous
Ironhouse,
game?
You are no one's pet. You are simply here to do a job, and you will be well paid when you do it.
And then we get to leave. After we do the job, we get to leave.
Well, that is theoretically how it works, yes. It hasn't happened yet, but it could.
Sounds to me as if though we are about to partake of the most dangerous game.
The game of your life? Possibly.
Rather blunt, aren't you?
I've been here a long time, Sir Morningville.
Where,
I have no need to bounce around.
so, I look around, I see how nice this place is and in perfect shape and everything. Where's the staff? How's everything stay so nice?
Roll a perception check.
Right. It's like 9.
You can't tell anything. It just looks beautiful. There's no sign of anything. It looks totally just like it's just perfectly kept.
Yeah, but I don't see any staff though. No
You see,
gardeners. No like janitors.
You see Mr. Roberts, who's the keeper of the estate, who's speaking with you.
So I just assume he does everything. This guy's really busy.
That's what you would assume, yes.
Wow. This guy's. So I guess we'll go eat. I don't want to take up any more of your time. You gotta go like squeeze you off some windows and garden, do everything. So
Absolutely. Yes.
You're gonna
You,
bite
come into the house. Please, you're welcome to come in. Come on through.
I'm guessing if we wanted to leave now, that's out of the question, right?
The boat has already left, and only Lord Roanoke can send it back.
Lovely. Okay. Yeah. Answer. Good.
Well, I guess we'll stay for a drink and hear him out, right?
I think
Well, you'll be here until it's time to go. But I'm not the one who should explain this to you, good sirs and ladies. Do please come in. Come up the stairs, and Gaius will get your items to your rooms. And it will be a grand time of it all. Mrs. Pip has made her specialty.
Oh, what is that? A soup of lies?
I'm not familiar with a soup of lies, but she does make occasionally noodle soup.
Hmm.
And so at this point, Mr. Roberts turns around and he walks up the stairs very elegantly. And these gigantic oak doors are just staying open for you guys. And you see the little goblin, Gaius, he's getting everything together, or elf. And he gets ready to go up the stairs and takes it. And he's gathering things and taking it out for people.
I'm gonna keep
I keep my backpack.
Yep.
I have one backpack. It never leaves me.
Same.
I saunter on through the doors.
And the second that you saunter through these doors, you suddenly get hit with a gigantic gust of wind that just comes from absolutely nowhere, and it knocks you on your butt.
Who, just me or everybody?
Well, you're the one that sauntered in first, so it knocks you flat on your butt.
I'll immediately go and try to like run after him and try to pick him up, and then like take out my quarterstaff and just like warily start like looking around to see who did that.
Unhand me, you paranoid woman!
Yeah.
And I stand
Sorry.
up. Well, that was most unbecoming of your residence.
And so at this point, you're going to the main dining room, which is off to the left side, and that's where Mrs. Roberts is taking you. And what you see when you go into this room is every meal you could possibly imagine. There's chicken, there's vegetables, there's beef, there's pork, there's lamb, there's everything with beautiful desserts, and it looks just amazing. There is wine that is flowing out on the side of a beautifully stacked Victorian spindle, and it just flows down. On the other side, there is beautiful wall case of old books, baubles, shiny trinkets. There's a door that goes likely to a kitchen, and another door that may go somewhere, but it doesn't really appear to where it would go. It is a long table. There is chandeliers hanging down. They're each individually lit with lights. The lights are actually flames. And off to the side is where Mr. Roberts goes to stand for a moment, allowing you to do whatever you'd like to do in the room.
I just saunter on up to the table and grab a few grapes and just look around, see what's going on, popping a grape in my mouth.
So there's not really like place settings. It's just kind of an open free table, and then
there are very big chairs, and you can sit. There is place settings. It looks like it's set for at least 6 people, if not 10. It does appear, though, you would want to get your own wine or whatever you wanted before you sat down. There's cheeses,
Gotcha.
There's fruits, there's everything you could possibly want.
Excellent. Then I go get myself a glass of wine, and I just kind of take in the surroundings.
Do you guys think this is like one of those places where once you eat the food, you can't leave?
If you can, madam, if you cannot tell, we are obviously being presented with our last supper, so I suggest you partake.
And as you guys are discussing that, I'm like, my mouth is like filled with food that I've been like throwing stuff on a plate while I'm eating like other stuff. I'm like, oh,
He obviously has the correct idea.
Can I ask for everybody to give a very general description really quickly about what they're wearing and what they look like? Like, especially the detectives, like, are you guys adorned? The doctor, are you adorned? Is it very obvious of what you do?
I guess, okay, so for Darius, he has braided hair, long braided hair going down his back, graying beard. His eyes have a lot of crow's feet around him, so a lot of sleepless nights. He's wearing studded leather armor underneath a tunic with knee-high boots and 2 daggers. And then he has the chief inspector's badge on the upper, like here somewhere, friggin' to show his station within the city watch.
And for me, it's just like I have my doctor's bag, and I'm wearing like a suit. You don't know if any armor is underneath or not, but it's just, I'm wearing like just a loose suit. And I got my doctor's bag with me all the time.
Cool.
Now I got light blue tiefling with navy blue inspector outfit with a little blue inspector hat, horns, and my hat's covering up my other thing right now. But just typical pretty basic outfit, but it's a tiefling, so that's extra. You got
my guy would have a like black suit and black pants, like a black jacket and black pants on, and a white button up, and then like a black leather overcoat, like a trench coat almost, and and he'd also have a cowl that he could put over his head if he needs to, but he doesn't really wear it that often. Gloomstalker stuff, It's like murdered out.
What about Sid?
Sid's just in like a black button-up, nice black pants. Nothing too overstated.
So many of my monochromatic friends.
Yeah. Very quickly, Jorna is wearing like a very big scarfy cowl that pulls up into a hood. She's got black leathers on mixed with like green undercoats, so like a long green sort of shirt with like wrappings around her wrists, kind of small tunic with a corset into a long black dress with like green accoutrements and brown accoutrements all over the place with a big brown backpack on her back. But while this is going on, she kind of saunters over to Archer and Sid and just kind of like very quickly kind of comes into the middle of them and just says, if at any point anybody needs to sneak away, let me know and I will help.
Good to know.
And I'll just kind of like continue on around the table and grab like a leafy thing, if there's any sort of salad type leaves. And just kind of, just like a rabbit just starts like kind of munching on salady leafy greens.
And so at this point, you see the Lord of Roanoke, otherwise known as Luke Hayward, walking through the door. And of course, Mr. Roberts kind of gives a little courtly bow. And Luke apparently has had a nosebleed, and so he's sitting there and looking around you. Oh, you guys are all here, and I'm very informal. Well, pick a seat. Just choose one. It's not... Oh, they all like to do this. They like to prep up everything, and it's obnoxious. Go do something, Mr. Keeper of the Estate. And then he goes, as you wish, and he walks away. And you're left with Lord Roanoke, who goes to the top of the table and flops in his chair, dealing with his nosebleed.
Let us cut to the chase. Why are we here?
I have a problem with my house. I can't leave. I want to leave. And so you are here to help me do that.
Well, the door is right there, sir.
Oh yeah, their door's there. I can get to the end of the island. I can't leave it.
Sounds like somebody has put a hex upon you.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yep. Super fun hex.
Like physically you can't leave, or like does it hurt to leave, or are you just like you can't walk off, or?
Every time I've tried to leave, I end up right back in this godforsaken house, and I hate it. I came here because my father died, and when my father died, I inherited this stupid island, and here I am because there always must be a Lord Roanoke. Blah, 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 they tell me. And here I am, and now I can't leave. No one told me I couldn't leave the island.
Who tells you?
Oh, everybody in this house.
That's descriptive. We've seen 2 people so far.
There's so many people in this house, you'll get sick of seeing them sooner or later. And he's sitting there with his nosebleed, just...
Are you trying to imply that there are other entities within this house that we have not yet seen?
Yes.
You'll get them for us?
It's a big house.
I don't even know how big this house is. You'll understand later. It's too hard to explain it. They don't just come when you want them to come. They appear at the least opportune time and make a mess. And they will not let me leave. And I get to the end of the island, and I get to the end of the dock, and I jump in the water, and I'm back right here. Right in this house.
Nobody in this house wants to help you leave.
The house doesn't want anyone to leave ever. And at that moment, you hear the big, gigantic doors that were still open from when you had come in slam shut, and it just shakes the whole house. And for those of us who are hearing like the high-pitched noises, it sounds like a shatter goes off when that happens to you.
Oh.
Well, that was ominous.
Should have seen that coming.
I take note of his nosebleed, and I kind of stride over to him and be like, "Sir, I am a doctor. I can assist with that if you would like."
Oh, please do. Every time this house decides to do things like that, I get a nosebleed, I get the shakes, I get my... Oh, it never ends.
Is a plate right there? Like is he sitting at a plate?
Yeah, it's set up for you guys to sit and have dinner.
Okay. So I look down at the plate, and then I back up at him, and I look down, and I'm like, of course I'm going to help him. Like I'm going to help him. Like there should be nothing wrong with this. I don't understand. Fine, I'm going to help him. And then I go over and then I want to do medicine on his face to find out what's going on here.
Doctor, who were you speaking with?
Oh, I clears my head. That's all. You know, that's all I need on that one. But I got a 21 on the.
So he's having a nosebleed that seems to be caused by something, disturbance in the house, and it just needs to be stopped with normal like ice or how do you normally stop a nosebleed? He's just holding a tissue to it like this.
Yeah, just hold your nose like this, sir, and just kind of lean your head back, and if you apply some pressure on that for quite some time, it will eventually stop. I appreciate it.
Finally, I get a doctor in the damn house after all these years.
Happy
all right.
to serve.
Needed a doctor to tell you how to stop a nose? Very well. What is the problem with your house, sir?
It is filled with dead things and ghosts and poltergeists and
Immediately as you say that, Jorna looks at you and looks back at the door and is going to try to go run and open the door.
And Jorna gets the shock of her life by flying backwards towards the master staircase. Not to hurt her, but it's almost a comedy. Like there's a string almost like on her back, and she just slides across this beautiful flooring and ends up sitting right below the staircase.
I definitely pull both my daggers out.
You can't kill death. Believe me, I've tried. And
Obviously, you have not summoned a cleric to cleanse this house, and that was your first mistake.
clerics come, clerics go, and clerics stay.
Apparently, sir, no one leaves this house, so they don't go nowhere. They're still here.
Yeah, you see how awesome they are when they come to meet you in the most inopportune times to tell you what an idiot I am.
Perhaps our devil-blooded friend here might be able to perform some sort of ritual to cleanse your house or give you more demons. Take your pick.
And so at this point, he's sitting there eating food. Are you guys going to eat? Miss Pip will kill me if you don't eat. And she can't even kill me. Believe me, she's tried. Eat. Anyway.
Is this real food or is this ghost food?
Astute question. Astute question.
Miss Pip is a mage. It's mage food. She mages herself to kingdom come in the kitchen and...
Oh, some real people food.
Yeah.
Get some protein.
It's magically delicious.
It's good.
I slide in a chair right next to our host and just kind of sit there, and then I look back down at the plate again and just go, and then just start eating.
When in Rome, I suppose. And I sit down and I start to eat.
I'll come over as well, and when I'm coming over, I'll kind of like go over to the host and just ask, so how did you manage to pick the lot? Who did you know to invite this time around, and why are we any different than the people who've come before us?
I don't invite them. It always signs my name. I never invite them.
And who invites them?
I would never invite any of you to this damn forsaken house.
Well, then who invites them?
He does.
And who is he?
If I say his name, he'll show up, and he is not nice. And he's very bad, and you don't want to see him.
Well, I mean, I refuse to call him he who shall not be named due to copyright infringement. So therefore, why don't you write it down on a piece of paper, and one of us will say his name.
Thaumaturgy.
Okay. I'll write it down. And so he grabs a quill and a pen and he puts it on a parchment and he starts to write. And of course the quill, because it's being written with, flies out of his hand and heads towards Sid.
Like as a projectile, like a weapon?
It's flying at you because it doesn't want to be written with, and so yes, it's coming.
I'm dodging it if I can.
Yes, you roll me a dex saving throw.
Oh my god, thank god I'm good at those. Oh, that's not great.
What was that? I thought you were good at it.
Well, my number's big, so that might help me. Saving throw?
Yes.
15.
It flies right by you and kind of lands out in the floor where Joanna is sitting at the bottom of the staircase. and she sees it come across. I told you it doesn't work. He knows we're talking about him.
Oh, that's great.
And so the next thing you guys are hearing is you are hearing literally, it is like a screeching. It's like a tourney wheel. And you're hearing it above your heads. And you don't really know what it is. And of course, here you are with Lord Roanoke, and his nose is just starting to gush blood. And meanwhile, Sid and Archer start just covering their ears in shrieking pain as this screeching wheel goes through.
If I look like towards the ceiling, do I see anything?
Your eyes turn white, and you see literally the rooms are being shuffled like a deck, and your eyes turn ghost white, and seeing that being shuffled like a deck, and it you can tell this house at this point is doing something to people in it.
When I snap, do I snap back out of it like immediately, or am I in a trance, or?
It lasts maybe 5 seconds, and then suddenly you're just fine.
I'm going to
Do I see
stand
this
up.
happen? The white
You're in
eyes
the
going
dining
white?
room. Jorna is in the bottom of the staircase where she got chucked.
Oh,
Yeah, I just sat there for a second.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to stand up and kind of like immediately bolt towards where everybody is and throw my hands down on the table and just be like, and like stare over at Lord Roanoke and just be like, what is going on with this house?
I told you it's alive.
No,
And
that
at this
did
point,
not.
Pinch your nose like
Not in fact,
this.
sir.
I'll point over to Darius and just say, you lie. I saw it. The rooms, they're moving. The house is alive.
and you're seeing at this point, Sid is like this underneath the wherever she's at, and Archer is like doing the same thing. Lord Roanoke's having this really bad nosebleed, and all of a sudden it just all stops. Dead silence in the house.
What is going on?
That's why you're here. You have to figure it out. Because it has to stop. I have been here for 13 years, and this is my life every day for 13 years.
Surely you should be dead from all the nosebleeds, but that's...
So that's new. That's new. That only started a few weeks ago.
Well, at least that's a development, I guess.
The development? What kind of doctor are you? I don't want developments. I want to my life back where I had a nice life and a beautiful farm and not having the responsibilities of being a lord of freaking Autumnhall.
Well, I had a nice practice too, but I'm here now. And I'm wanting to investigate this because, strange and interesting things are always kind of a hobby of mine. But anyway, yeah, I get it. I get that everything is strange around here. Pinch. You're not pinching. But I get it. And then he picks up the plate again. I get it. I'm rambling. I'll shut up now.
And so at this point, there's food, and you see the little goblin come down the stairs. The little gnome goblin comes down the stairs, and he's like, "Your rooms are ready! I got everything in your rooms!"
This goblin, is he in charge of moving the rooms, this goblin? What do you mean you have the rooms ready?
I put your stuff in the rooms! I told you I'd help you. I bring the things from the carriage into the rooms.
Can I kneel down to one of these goblins and speak in goblin to it?
Sure.
And ask it if it can tell us anything important? Just be like, I know that this is very random and I know you don't know us, but I need you to tell me anything you might know that could help us, especially about these rooms.
Don't go into the tower.
Thank you. And I'll just like pat him on the shoulder.
And he goes about doing whatever he's doing. And clearly the door's not going to open, so he kind of scampers off into the menagerie, the foray, to go into the garden. And so at this point, what do all you do?
I'm going to ask Lord Roanoke here. So, we obviously cannot leave the house. Are we limited to the grounds of the house? Or where have you been able to actually go and not found yourself returned to the mansion instantaneously?
I've given up trying to leave. I've been able to go to the end of the island, but everybody that comes to visit, they never seem to get far outside before it kicks you right back in.
Does that apply to all of us now because we're here? Or is this something that only applies to you?
You're now just as cursed as I am. I would never have summoned anybody, not anyone that's come in the entire time I've been here, not one of you. And And believe me, despite what the Roadmasters think, whoever has that power, the godforsaken being who has cursed us in this abode that should be amazing, they bring new people every 6 months, and every 6 months, like clockwork, they get stuck and they die.
Define die.
Yes, how did they die?
How did they die? And at this point, you see a very small creature, not necessarily creature. It's just small, short, human-ish, and she comes kind of looking very human. Well, we died because, well, we don't really know. The house eats us, and then we just get stuck, and we're here. And you see this person who looks so human to all of you, and she kind of just appeared in the room. She has a little oval face. My name's Peyton, and I was a philosopher, and I got summoned here by Lord Roanoke, but Lord Roanoke said he didn't bring me here. And it's just been a very hard time ever since. I worshipped the god of water and purification. I thought I could dispel whatever crazy thing was happening. But it was a very, very swift thing, and it happened, and I don't know really what happened, but I think I'm dead or not living anymore. But I feel alive. I haven't changed any of that. I have no control over where I go or how I appear, except for occasionally I can get summoned here towards you.
Very fascinating. And he kind of leans back in his chair like this. And,
Doctor, you are a man of science, so therefore I rely on your belief, as it were. Is this possible?
The lines between life and death can be blurred sometimes. That's why, I do like to investigate that kind of, situations. So, especially in the realm, as you've seen, you be knocked back forward from a house that clearly is possessed by something. It could be possible, yes.
I mean, this is true. It could be the house, though I am less inclined to believe that it is haunted and more that it is somebody, any spell slinger, caster, whatever you may call them, with an not even ample, rudimentary knowledge could have easily done that to me if I am not prepared. So I am less inclined to believe that this house is in fact haunted, and more or less that our Lord here is the subject of manipulation.
Lord Roanoke looks, I wish it was manipulation. You can blame my bloodline. It's my entire bloodline's fault. It's this damn house that will not let us alone.
So the guy we can't talk about, would he be a relation, relative, somebody?
At your own peril, Elric Haywood was an evil, evil, evil man.
Right. Got a suspect.
And Elric Haywood could not stand the fact of death happening to him, and no one really knows why or how or what became of it. And at this point, basically, you guys are all zapped from the room that you were in into this gigantic studio. Obviously, it belongs to some kind of insanely powerful wizard, sorcerer, somebody. All of you get zapped, except for the ghost. And you're all basically jarred, so however you want to say you landed.
Can I roll a dex save to land on my feet?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to go for that one as well.
11.
No. You landed
land on my butt.
Nope.
What does a 12? Does a 12 work?
Land on
Oh.
that.
Yeah, I'm like, eh. I don't
Okay,
even roll for anything. I'm just like, eh.
Okay.
Horns.
What did you roll, Matt?
I got me a 4. Landed on
What are we rolling for? I apologize.
You rolled like a little caterpillar. You kind of like flopped.
We've all been like shock waved.
You got shit.
Yeah, and so we're rolling to see if we land on our feet or our butt.
Okay, so acrobat.
Dex or acrobatics.
Okay. Shit. 12, 13.
Nope. Everybody, I think, lands in various stages of weirdness and decay around this room. And Lord Roanoke is sitting there, and you see this very imposing, very much 6'4" guy who is dressed to the freaking nines walking into this room, and he looks at Lord Roanoke. You are the most pathetic descendant I have, and there are many, and you are still pathetic. And he just flings him and knocks him out completely across the room. Like, it is not even effort. It's just looking at him almost. Meanwhile, he continues looking around. They always talk about me. They always think that I'm the one doing everything. And that's, of course, because I am. But
It's his house.
it is my house.
Did you invite me to this house?
I might have written a spell or 5. But that's what I do.
And all these people, too?
Every one of you. I'm the original Lord Roanoke. Actually, I'm the Duke of Roanoke. Somehow they don't remember that. They always call themselves Lord, but they are dukes. They are proud, prestigious people.
Do you like being here, or do you hate it like the other guy?
I'm immortal.
I know, but just because you're mortal doesn't mean it's fun.
I love it. Immortality is the only way to be. And you're like a demon spawn. Clearly you love being a demon spawn. You're almost immortal.
It's pretty nice.
Pretty sound logic.
Alright, so what are all of you doing?
I'm just
Well,
like, this
does he
is
have
a
better
smile on
food?
my face, thinking this is the
I
coolest
like-
thing ever.
I stand up, brush myself off.
Sit down. No one told you could stand up.
You're the one who has
I like
assault.
Can I resist it? By
Nope.
chance? Damn.
No way.
Is he
There
Is this like a corporeal person, or is this like a vision?
Oh, he is corporeal. He is
Okay.
powerful, and anybody who has any sort of high perception, anything above 14, is going to feel this guy leeching. He is absolute power.
Yeah.
It is.
So I obviously feel that then. I would obviously feel this like looming sort of presence.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we're just...
I think I'm gonna cower. I'm just gonna stay on the floor.
Good spot.
Are you
Good
going
spot
to-
for you.
Hey,
I am going to do my best to, at a minimum, sit up.
Now, let's see here. You've been introduced to my staff and my pathetic progeny down there.
Are you going to eat us?
Eat you? You're going to become a part of my home. You get to live forever. You get to embrace the immortality with me.
I don't want to live forever.
Oh, well, that makes it even more fun. At least I think so.
Not if I end your immortality.
You could try. Many have, and you all end up the same. Part of my beautiful collection of people that I love and I cherish in this beautiful home I built for my family and my descendants.
The
Can I
views-
look around the room to see if I notice anything like significant?
Yes, you can. Perception check, please.
Oh, good intentions, bad execution. That's a nat 1.
Oh.
Oh, crit fail.
Okay, so...
Let's see what you got.
Oh, shit. Don't grab
Want
that.
to know the actual?
No. Leave that alone. Leave that deck alone. You don't get to roll that.
Oh no.
No.
So at this point, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. That is a... Ooh, I'm not great at those. 10.
Okay, you take 2 points of damage, in necromancy damage.
Okay. Ouch.
Oh well, I see you see things around the room. You will enjoy it, I'm very sure. I can't kill you, however. You're curious, and I think you're interesting.
Can I make a perception check on
Yeah.
him and what he's wearing?
Yeah.
I'm specifically looking to see if there is any sort of trinket or talisman or something like that that could possibly bind him to the mortal realm.
Black tree. Think this guy's a lich, though?
2.
You see absolutely nothing on him. He looks like a regal, rich duke from...
Yeah, is his clothes still in style, or are they, like, out of style now? Because he's been dead for a minute. Or does he keep up with trends from beyond?
He is from the 1400s. He is regal. He is amazing looking. In his time, he would be a severely respected, highly popular person for power, wealth, and money.
While go ahead.
And so, you say that this is like a staging area. So the previous room that we were in completely gone.
It's not gone. It's actually just a fixed room on the first floor. He apparently put you in a room he wanted you in for whatever reason.
So like the kitchen spread, like the dining room spread, is gone.
Yes.
Okay. Then I just sit there.
Well, let's see. Since the only one of you that seems to want to stand up with me is Darius over there. Sid, I can't kill you. I need you. And both you are fun. Jorna, you fear me. You are very special.
I don't fear you. You disgust me.
Cephalogia, you may yet solve something. I can't kill you either. So basically, he just goes for Sid and Archer. He just goes and slams them and knocks them out, so that he doesn't have to deal with them. So now he's sitting there like doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So you two.
Are there any little mice running around, or bats, or real live little critters?
It's a tower.
Okay.
It looks more like a really, really high-powered mage lab. Like, I don't think there's like books and bubbles, but I don't know that there's anything live that he's using at the moment to deal with anything inside of it.
Okay.
And so basically he goes, Doctor, I can't kill you. I can't kill them. Dearly, what can I do?
So while he is doing his villainous monologue there, I'm tired of his crap, so I'm just going to go ahead and firebolt him.
Did he kill Darius?
It's instantaneous. It costs 1 action, and I'm doing him, 3d10 damage. If at anything, he should run away.
Did he say he could kill you or he couldn't kill you?
He said he couldn't kill me. Didn't say anything about me killing him.
All right.
And you throw it at him, and he finds it amusing, and he kind of squishes it, and he catches it in his hand.
It's a cute ball to him.
And he goes up to you. He walks over, and you're probably standing right beside each other, and you look very intimidating, both of you, very, very nose to nose. And you've watched two of your friends be totally knocked out, plus Lord Roanoke. So Dr. Renault is just like, and Jorna's like disgusted with him. And Cephalogia is just sitting there going, I'm trying to figure this dude out. And right now you see him.
Hands kill me or you won't kill me.
You're curious because you are part of the devil and you may have some fun magic in you that I can use later. I can't kill 2 of them. That's against the rules. So
Oh, cool. So you kill one person and then the rest of us are good?
Oh no, I made the rules. I can kill everybody, but I can't kill certain people until a certain time. I need them. They're very important to my plan.
That's not what you just said. I don't believe you make the rules.
And so at this point, Elric takes his hand and does this to Darius, and Darius feels like he's being yanked in half as he's doing this. And Elric conjures this crystal, an orb, and squishes it, and it disappears.
Mage.
And suddenly, Darius has no soul.
What?
Would I be able to detect that? Would I be able to
Yes.
see that come out?
Anybody who's awake can see it come out, and as soon as the soul is extracted and the orb is gone, Sid and Archer start to rouse themselves.
Can I walk up to him? Okay, is he doing anything? Like, did he collapse? Did anything happen despite his soul leaving his body?
Nope, he's still standing there. He is just completely soulless now, and it's been ripped from his body. So he might feel different. He might have had some physical feeling, but there was no intentional extra pain caused. So whatever Darius felt, it was basically just being pulled out of him because Elric could.
You're a sociopath now.
How's this work?
Oh, that's for you to find out. Someone as brilliant and as angry as Darius? May the best one of you.
This is like Barovia now.
Paul
Wow.
comes right up to him and kind of takes a stethoscope out and starts what does it sound like?
Unhand me, man. I am not one of your fucking experiments.
I beg to differ, sir. I just saw your soul being removed.
Can I go at side you suggesting?
Well, since I apparently have nothing to live for, maybe I'll just take yours there, Ed.
Oh, all in time, Darius. All in time. Thank you for coming to join my collection. I'll hide your soul somewhere in the house. You can go find it later. And he snaps. You're all back into the dining room. Elric's gone. And Darius is soulless.
Well, this is fun.
It's like supernatural rules. You dick around.
Well.
How's this work?
I look back down at my plate and go, I didn't go too far. That's an experiment. That's an experiment.
I just go grab the bottle of wine and sit down. I'll need a moment if y'all do not mind. Thank you.
I'd say you do you, but I don't know if there's a you anymore.
What?
Nothing.
This may sound crazy, but can I use my wild shape and transform myself into a little rat or a mouse and try to go underneath the door or go in the cracks of the room to see if I could get somewhere else?
Yes.
Okay. Then I would like to try to do that in whatever way I can.
Roll a survival? Would be, I guess.
Survival?
Closest thing I can think of.
Okay, hold on. 16.
Okay, you swish to wherever you want to swish to.
I just want to go. So the big door in the hall, that feast hall that was closed that I tried to open it and got shocked. I'm trying to go under that door to see what is on the other side of it.
You can't go on the other side of the door. It is literally squished to the foundation.
So there's no cracks. There's no nothing. I can't scurry up nothing to try to get around it.
You can try, but it is basically inside the door frame. It is literally made to be I open and I slam shut and it locks. Like it is literally that heavy, and it's very old, so it does that.
Can I detect thoughts on Darius to see what this guy's thoughts are like?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna scurry up Sid's arm, and just like sit on her shoulder.
Okay.
For the time being.
Ooh, when we went into that room with that guy, did the buzzing change?
There was no buzzing, but you felt how powerful he was. You had a heightened sense of something is wrong with
Darius,
this guy.
wisdom saving throw, if you don't mind. If you don't want me to read your mind, I won't, but might come in handy, know what soulless minds taste like.
Did you just say taste like?
Read like. Delicious. Alright, so 15. Did you get more than 15 on wisdom?
I mean, I'm rather distracted right now, so I mean, to be fair, you probably wouldn't. I wouldn't put up much of a fight.
So give me some surface thoughts on your mind at the moment, soulless guy.
I will reap surface thoughts. Here we go. I will reap his soul myself.
Questions? Oh, I can ask questions and shape your thoughts towards it. Oh, God. How do I... what's a soul question? It's a tricky soul question. Do you feel bad about things still, or do you feel... What's your overall attitude towards us soul-having peeps? That's my question. What do you think about us guys with souls? You jealous? You gonna reap our souls? You gonna try and get them? That's not cool.
Devil child, if you do not get out of my mind, I swear I will take your soul in place of mine.
And at this point, Lord Roanoke kind of gets up from his chair.
Oh, good.
And see how this works. Now you've angered it, and now we are in so much trouble. He is just, he's impossible, and I live with him all the time, and he does that just for fun. And now you have a soulless friend.
Check.
I am here to tell you, sir, that if you do not start speaking sense, I myself will slit your throat at this very table.
You could try.
And I will do it for eternity.
He will not let me die.
Oh,
Why don't you
he won't let you die, as you said, but you said yourself you have tried to die many times and keep waking up.
Every time. Why don't you go to your rooms and enjoy your rooms? They're up the stairs to the left and to the right, and they're big old apartment suites. Go. I'm going to go retire to my own chamber and stare at the wall, because that is what I do to pass the time in this hellhole.
Remember, nosebleeds. Pinch. Like this.
Thank you, Doctor. I will call on you again if I need you. I'll send you a note.
Oh, excellent.
Which will take you to another mansion. Well, there you will get your soul ripped out.
Hardy har har. And Lord Elric moves and he goes and he goes. And you guys are left to go up to the stairs to the second floor.
I guess at this point, Jorno would come out of her wild shape, still on Sid's shoulder. And now she's like like a kid on somebody's shoulder. It's just like, oh no, I'm so sorry. And then like crawls down and just kind of like shuffles over. Can we open the door? Is the door now open? How do we get to our room?
This is the dining room, and so the door is already open. It was the same staircase that you got thrown against when you tried to leave the house.
Okay.
And he said to go up it, and there is rooms, and they're labeled, and they're like apartments, so they have their own stuff. So you may want to pair off into groups or figure out how you're going to go upstairs.
I just zero fucks are given at this point, and I just go right up to my room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's gonna go with Darius?
No.
I'm gonna grab some food to take with me as I go up.
Yeah, I just like
Snacks.
pull a leg off the chicken, and I'll follow Darius.
At this point, I know the food doesn't matter.
And who is going to go with Cephalogia?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going up there as well. I mean,
Okay. All right, and so Jordan and Sid are going to go together?
Yeah,
Cool.
probably.
All right, so you're in these rooms, and these rooms are basically estate rooms. There are 2 full bedrooms, a bathroom, books, trinkets, baubles, like a little sitting area with a light, a little table for reading. You guys aren't far from each other. You're kind of right around at this moment. It's kind of like rooms 1, 2, and 3.
Is that
And-
second floor?
Yes, the second floor. And so you're right next to each other. And at this point, you are able to interact with whoever you decide to pair off with. So what are Seth and Paul doing?
you know, I've never been hanging around a tiefling before. This is exciting.
You want to see something cool, buddy? You a doctor?
Yeah.
Can you tell me
Yeah.
what's going on with this? And I lift up my hat, and I got a third eyeball in there.
That is amazing. And I take out a notepad and I like sketch it out real quick and make notes of it. And then I go up there and I'm almost ready to like poke it.
Squish, squish.
Yeah,
And,
just like
and at this point, when your guys doing this, Maleficent, Morgville, she's a little ghost, she comes in and she looks, "Are we going to help him, Doctor?
why? Yes, we are. This is
Oh.
amazing.
Can I help you?"
Oh, what are you going to do?
"I don't know. Whatever you want me to do."
All right. And it takes out some medical equipment and then like I'm taking measurements. What does it feel like?
Like an eye, but in the middle of my head.
Does it provide any additional seeing?
Mind seeing. I think that's where I get the good old telepathy from.
Ah, telepathy.
"You have telepathy? How did you get such a gift?"
I had to trade something for it. I'm a.
"We had a crosswords deal. You made a deal with the
Deal.
devil. You're already half a devil. That doesn't make any sense."
Well, I had to make a deal. You know. With the mind reading powers, you can't get them for free. I only got one detect thoughts a day because legacy of dis, and now made the deal, and now I can do it twice a day. Good deal.
And so we pause on Paul and Cephalogia and move over to Darius and Archer and see what they're up to.
You're the
So
brave one.
at this point, yeah, I guess he's getting the dead eye from Darius, and he's gonna like lie down on his bed, and he like lights a cigarette because that's like the smartest thing people do, smoke in bed. And he's just like laying there, and he's like, "Just do me a favor and like don't slit my throat in my sleep. At least like wake me up for it. I've heard about this soulless stuff." And yeah, and then he'll pull out like a little notebook and he'll start, just writing in his journal.
And
What do you do?
What do I do?
Yes, other than waste oxygen.
I hunt monsters.
So you were incapable of killing the big bad monster that took the soul out of my body?
If you don't recall, I was kind of unconscious for that.
Excuses.
And at this point, what you're going to see is a very regal, pretty lady, and she kind of comes through the wall, and she's cleaning your room and dusting, and she's making sure everything is organized in your guys' room.
Wait, she regal and she cleans?
Yeah.
Hello, I set up.
And so she's not saying anything. She's very intent on getting things clean. And that's what she's doing. So, and you can see her, and she just kind of came through the wall, and that's what she's doing.
Yeah. She kind of just interrupted our conversation, like, yeah.
Darius gonna say anything to her? Or just watch her clean.
No, I'm just gonna I'm looking at her but internally I'm sitting here thinking, well, there is one upside to all this. If I do die, I won't be cleaning shitters.
And so then we go to room 3 where Joanna and Sid are now commiserating about what is going on.
I was gonna say before I head upstairs, I would grab if there were a chalice or a bottle or something for the wine. I would bring a lot of wine to the room, and I'd also stuff my rucksack full of leafy greens. And then I'd plop down in the room, and you see her just kind of lay this smorgasbord of things all over her bed. So she kind of unpacks her rucksack. She's got you see this little vial with dried up leaves and mushrooms and things, this big vial. You see 2 little ones just exactly like that. And then you see her pull one off of her neck and set it next to it. So it's these 5 different jars of all different sizes filled with different floral and filigree and all this different crazy stuff. And you see her lay out the wine with 2 little tin cups that she pulls out of her backpack. She pours the wine in her backpack and she offers it over to Sid, and she sits she sits on the floor. So there's all this stuff laying on her bed. So she just sits on the floor. She kind of looks up and takes a sip of the wine, and she just goes, "So, what do you do for fun?"
Not a whole lot. Just not this.
So, I mean, you must be good at something. What kind of work did you do back in the city?
I'm pretty good at getting into places that aren't meant to be gotten into.
And at this moment, you're going to see this cool little rogue ghost come in. I'm good at that too. Wah, wah, wah. And I stab and I stab and I do things.
You see Jorna take her staff off of the bed and flick it around and immediately put it towards the ghost. So her staff. Yeah, you see her staff, it's got all these little mushrooms growing off of it, but on the top of it is this big cluster of very bright purple mushrooms with big caps and big stems, and they start glowing and emanating and pulsing, and she's holding it towards them and just where did you come from and what do you want?
I came through the house, and this is my room. Well, it was my room. I don't think it's my room anymore, but I'm still in my room, and I was helping Lord. The Lord was telling me to do things, and I was helping, and we were doing things.
And I'll look over to Sid.
So they put us in an occupied room. Okay.
No, not occupied.
A mess.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets very worse. You should hold on to your things tightly because things happen in this house.
She'll immediately just turn around and start shoving everything back in her backpack.
And at this moment, Jorna, you get to feel that, yeah, and Sid and Archer and Lord Roanoke, who you guys don't see right now, are all getting that screeching noise, and you're hearing this big turny table, and you have no idea what's going on. You can physically see the room is shaking like an earthquake inside, but you're not totally sure what's going on with that, and then it stops as soon as it began.
I'm gonna ask the ghost. Does that happen often?
The house is alive. Oh, we have to go out the door and find out where we are, and that is always the hard part.
I will slowly get up and go to the door and peer around the corner as small of an opening as I can make to look in.
And what you see as you do that is you are in a hallway.
Wars brought a new wave of refugees to these shores. It's time for a fresh start. God, you don't know, do you? Filo's alone.
Somebody something on.
Yep, I hear a button. It's just be chat. It's supposed to be chat. And then it's in the video too. What about a bit? We're good again.
Oh man.
Well, good job, guys. Okay. Now that we've had our comic review. All right, here we go.
Tell me where I am.
You are in a room filled, a hallway filled of countless levers. One unlocks the opposite door. The others have nasty effects. And there is a drop in the ceiling that looks like it has something to do with the architecture.
I'll shut the door and like sit like one of those dramatic like shut the door, turn around, sit down with my back against the door and just like look around. And I'll look at Sid. So yeah, we're in a hallway now. I don't know where we are or what is out there. But if you want to go, let me know.
And then we look over to into Seth and Paul's room. After this has happened, what are they doing?
You know, I have a notion of removing that eye.
Oh, it can do that.
Really? You can remove the eye?
We're gonna remove the eye? What are we doing?
Eyeball, do your thing. What type? And then I guess roll. Tell me what type of eyeball I got coming out of here, DM. Is it going to be a spider eyeball or a bat eyeball?
It's a bat. It's more like a bat.
Okay,
And I
so,
take the scalpel and I'm just like, all right.
and it flaps on out. Bat wings, all veiny everywhere, and it
Ooh,
just flies
look at that.
around.
Well, that's very interesting. Just like the noises we heard earlier. That's
Ooh. Yeah, I couldn't check it. Could send it to go look around.
I'll do it. It's okay.
All right.
And as I'm walking over to the door, my eye glances over to because I'm assuming that the bathroom door is open, and so I look right into the bathroom and go, "What's it going to hurt?" And then I open the door to see what's out there.
Right.
You are going to look out there, and you are going to see a single mirror at the end of the hallway. Once you look into the mirror, it decides what happens next.
Oh. Well,
But
hello there. And I wave to myself.
the mirror screams, and then
Out of blast.
stops.
No.
And it grabs you and yanks you through the mirror.
See ya.
Well, there goes Bill.
What?
Oh, you must go with him. So your ghost, you must go with him and help. Yeah, it takes two. I've been here, and she's.
You go,
There.
ghost. I know it's a ghost, or I don't know it's a ghost.
You have Millicent, and Millicent is. You know she's a ghost. I mean, obviously you can tell she came through a wall, but she's telling Paul, "Hey, you gotta go."
Go be my ghost Sherpa. Show me where to go, ghost.
But Paul must come. You cannot go on your own.
I know, you're coming with me. Take me.
I
to
thought I got
Paul.
sucked through the mirror, though.
Oh, you got sucked through the mirror too.
Oh, I got sucked through too?
Well, once you Eldritch Blasted it, I didn't realize that Paul got sucked too. So okay, yes, you both got sucked through the mirror.
Yeah.
I turned
So
around
now you're on
and
the
looked
other side
at
of this
this mirror
mirror.
that I went through. Where'd
And-
I go? Where am I?
You are in a hallway of paintings, and these paintings are odd looking, and you have to investigate these paintings to see what is going on with them.
And I shall.
Are they pleasant paintings or?
They are paintings from different times and different generations of the Autumnhall family. You look like you could step into these paintings, although you.
I'll send my little bat eye to go flap around and I guess try and bounce off some of them and see if it can go through.
The bat eye goes through.
Ugh.
Can you roll a perception check for the bad eye?
Yes, I can. All right, that is a 15. Wait, hold on. What do I add for the... Oh, 14, sorry.
You went through a painting that was a pivotal moment in the building of the house. There was a very big victory. You see, or the eye sees a war that was won. It looks like it happened long ago. There are kings on the battlefield and people being declared victors.
And I'm here with the doctor, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And I take notes of this battle, and it's on the island, this battle?
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, I'll try and take notes of, like, the positions and everything and try and make a little map, see if I can fit. So it's a battle where this Autumnhall was?
Yes.
All right. A pivotal moment? All right.
Yes.
Interesting.
And then while you're investigating and muttering around that, we move over to Darius and Archer, who are in their room doing what?
I stand up.
This is you, you're up.
It's been an interesting night, but I'm still feeling kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna go take a look around. There's got to be more than what's going on. So I just go towards the door and open it.
Okay, so as you open this door, there is a staircase right outside your door. It is steep and narrow, and there are water spots on either side of the hall on this thing. And there are arrows pointing up.
Wait, the staircase is going down, and then there's arrows pointing up?
Yep.
Hey, Edgelord. I do believe
in
that
character and out of character.
I do believe this was not here when we first came here.
I get up and I take a look, and then I snap my fingers, and I'm like, "Hey, miss, you know where that goes?" To the ghost in the room next to us that we haven't been interacting with. I've just been ignoring her.
Oh, you're talking to me? Oh, the house does amazing things. You'll learn to love it. It's so rewarding to work here. Yes. So, yeah, you should probably go out that door. Although it's weird that it says it's up and down. I don't know that I've seen that one before.
It goes both up and down.
And who are you? You're new, both of you.
I'm Archer, and I'll try and shake her hand. It's more of like a check to see if she's got substance or not. But yeah.
Oh, I'm Taraki, and she shakes your hand like a normal person would shake your hand.
Okay.
She's an elf.
How cold those hands, though?
They're normal temperature.
Okay. Okay, and then I'll I'll walk past Darius and be like, "You coming?" As I start walking down up the stairs.
Oh, well, by all means, please lead the way.
So you guys are going down, right?
Or up, depending.
Okay, roll me a perception check, both of you.
I see nothing.
Okay.
I got an 8.
22?
The 8 sees nothing. And the 22, as you guys walk into this room, you are inside a mythical menagerie. And in this menagerie, there are interlocking doors. There are nodules. There are different things all around. You can tell this is a well-kept menagerie. Except the only thing missing is the actual animals inside the menagerie. So you have to figure out, where did the animals go and how do you get them back in?
Okay. But there's no animals?
Wait, yeah, I was gonna ask, what What do you mean animals?
Creatures, animals, a menagerie, like little mooses or wolves or polar bears or.
Can I use survival to see what all I'm working with here?
Absolutely.
For clarification, just on my end, not character end, but like little moose. like what do you mean by little moose? Moose are huge creatures. You say little moose, I immediately think the moose is this big.
Like Spy Kids too.
It's like a toy poodle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we just a bunch of toy miniature like
That's
polar
exactly
bears?
what they're looking for is miniatures.
I'm so excited.
Okay, that's a 23.
So you're looking for miniature statues to fill this menagerie. And there's a box in the middle. And once you fill this menagerie, you can see that it will light up this box.
So where do we get the statues?
And you're going to have to go through the door that's in the room
All right.
and search the house.
Oh, this is a long-term thing. All right. I played Resident Evil. I know how this works.
And so then we go back to our friends that are in with Watson, Jorna and Sid. And what are Jorna and Sid doing?
Should we go out or should we? I feel like to leave. We gotta leave, but I don't want to leave.
I'm gonna cast. So, Sid. First of all, Jorna is gonna extend her hand and say, "Hi, I'm Jorna."
Hi, Sid.
I think we're the first actual meet and greet of this.
So.
But so as she takes her hand, she's going to take her staff and touch her forehead and cast Pass Without a Trace on both of us.
Fantastic.
And she'll kind of like look back at Sid and just be like, we probably should head out and we should do it very quietly and very discreetly.
But you can't do that. You have to solve the puzzle.
That's what we're...
Back.
I'll turn to like wherever this ghost is and I'll just like shake a fist at it and just be like, that is what we're trying to do. Can't do that unless we leave the room. We have to
Unless
leave
the
room.
puzzle's in the room.
The puzzle.
Is the puzzle in the room?
No, you don't understand. This house, the way it works. They move things. Something moves things. It's very not fun. And then you have to solve it. Then hopefully nothing happens to somebody else. And once you solve it, hopefully the rooms let go of the person that's stuck in them and they maybe go. No one's ever really been very good at it.
So
Okay.
does this room have a puzzle?
No, this is just the bedroom. But
So
the
we have to
bedroom-
leave, and we're gonna do so quietly.
Okay, I will be super quiet and help you.
Pass Without a Trace counts for this ghost and this ghost is going to follow us. And hell yeah. Let's try to leave the room as stealthy as possible.
Roll me a stealth check.
The ghost
Cool.
is extra stealthy and so much more invisible.
Oh wow, that's a really good check. 29 with Pass Without a Trace.
Awesome. You get out of the room, and you are now in the room with the countless lovers, and only one of them is going to unlock the far door, which you need to get into.
Okay, I got a 28 stealth.
Great. You guys got out.
Yeah.
Everything is cool. You guys are stealthy, but there's still
Cool.
levers, and there's still a hallway that leads.
Can we get a very detailed description of this hall of countless lovers?
Yeah.
This hall has levers that are basically like an arch. Like they just go.
Oh,
Levers.
Levers. I thought you meant lovers.
Yeah.
Lever.
I was like, are there
I'm
just like
like-
people like
was
embracing
like,
and making
Did we
out?
find a
like-
sexy room, did we?
Yes.
We found the orgy room.
No,
the sex cabin.
It's in
We
the
found
shape
the
of a
sex cabin.
tube, too. Never
Levers.
ends.
Okay. Is there a way to distinguish fancy levers from maybe fake levers? Are there any fake levers in this room that I can like perceptualize?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. $16.
There are some levers that don't look like they move.
Okay. Is there a door? There's a door at the end of the hallway that we have to pull the right lever to open?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I point out based on that check, like to Sid, visually point out which couple levers I'm like, okay, so it's not that one, it's not that one, and it's definitely not that one. This one might be a little questionable, but it's definitely not that one.
Okay. Wait for a minute. I'm wondering if there's some kind of pattern to the ones that do move.
And roll a perception check.
Okay. Perception, you said? To see the pattern? If there is a pattern? Oh my god.
Not again! No!
Perception, man.
Make me a con save.
Con save again. Okay,
While
that's pretty good.
she's doing that, can I detect magic again?
Okay, you're cool.
Cool.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I'll cast that again to see if there's like one specific lever or something around the door or just anything in general that looks like it could help us out.
At this point, you are going to see what looks like a massive tsunami image that may or may not be racing towards you.
Okay, so wait, it's an image or is it an actual tsunami? Because I feel like I would be able to tell the difference with my perception.
It's an image.
Okay. I'm going to cast a spell magic immediately at it.
Okay, and roll me a just beat my number. Roll
Oh,
D20.
so just a straight D20?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no! It rolled off the table. I'm gonna roll a different one. 17.
Okay, and so you do dispel it.
Cool.
Oh.
All
and
right.
I'll just like, whew.
And now we head over, I believe, to Sulliff and Paul.
Where are we
So
going,
what-
Ghost?
So
Wait.
what did the eye see?
The eye, it saw a war, and then it came back out, and that was it. And now what you see is the paintings have changed as they go along the hallway. So it appears there's some connection between the paintings that may or may not need some rearranging or may not be a pattern. It's something that needs to be done with them.
I want to look at these paintings and see if I can discern a pattern.
Roll me a perception check. No, investigation.
All right, that's a 9.
Because you have your eyeball that did a lot of this searching, you will be able to notice that there are subtle differences in the paintings now. They do, like the first painting seems like it changed order, so there may be a need to put them in some kind of order to open the door.
Yeah, I'll move them around.
Okay.
Like worst,
Well.
best. Yeah.
Okay. So you move them around. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Subjective.
It's subjective, you say. All right, I'm good at that apparently. Dex. All right, that is a 19.
Okay, so you miss the daggers that come out of the painting that you switched around. They go and don't hit you, but they get stuck in the wall behind you. So
This painting shoots daggers.
Indeed, it does. I see that. Let me see. I would like to investigate as well to see if if it looks like some sort of war is going on, is it going to be like chronological or is it trying to make one giant picture? Those are my questions there. So my investigation is a 21.
So apparently these pictures are telling the story of a war that was won. And although it doesn't look like that from how they are ordered, right? And there are 10 pictures that need to be ordered.
Then I'm going to look for one that looks like armies like charging towards each other, like as if the beginning.
Roll me a perception.
And that one is also a 19.
And you find it.
Usually that's
All right. And so I take that and I find where like the first place is, and I take the painting that's probably right there and I take that down and put that there, but I don't hang the other one up just yet. I just kind of hold on to it.
Well, it doesn't want to be off the wall, so it kind of like does a magnetized thing where it goes to the and takes you with it to the nearest spot. It wants to be on the wall. It needs to be on the wall, whatever reason.
I hold on. So like I'm flying with it.
Okay, then. And so at this point, we flip over to Darius and Archer, who are in a menagerie.
So I guess I'm going to go through the other door to try and find minis to put in the boxes.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Both of us?
Dexterity saving throw.
Both of you.
That's going to be a 10.
12.
And you both get pounced by this little, two little kitties. They're actually living kitties, and they pounce on you and get all excited that you found them. And now they scamper off into the menagerie. You don't take any damage.
Wait,
But
they just
The hell?
were they chill kitties? Like they just went and did their thing?
yeah, they were happy little cats. You let them out by opening the door.
Oh, okay.
And now you're in a room that has shiny baubles, and it has all kinds of trinkets you would think that are old, and they may be family heirlooms or different things. So scour about.
Tech magic?
Beat my D20.
No. 15?
Yes, there is magic in the room. It's centralized around some of the objects maybe that are in boxes. Like the boxes seem like they have power, which is weird because you can't really articulate why the box would have power. So you'd have to do some rummaging.
Well, I will use that like as my guide to like hone in as to what to go through and look at.
Okay. So you rummage.
Yeah, like I'll literally like grab one, and if it's glowing or whatever because it's got magic, I'll be like, "Here, open this one," and I'll grab the next one and open that one and kind of go that way.
So what does Archer do? Does he open like the baubles? Does he open the box? So Archer finds your first little critter. Roll to find out what it is.
Is it a D20?
D20.
That is a 9.
You got yourself a raccoon. And
What?
it's about four, about this big by this big. And you now have yourself a raccoon.
He's like this big?
Yes.
Yeah. I got a raccoon now, Matt. What up?
So it's a raccoon.
They weren't cats?
And now you have to figure out where the raccoon goes in the puzzle of the menagerie.
What do I get?
Did you open the box, or did just Archer open the box? You were throwing them at him, right?
Well, like the way it was presented was there was more than one box that was magical.
Yes,
So
now.
I handed him one, and I grabbed one, and I opened one as well.
Roll me a d20.
19.
You find a book.
A book.
A book.
That ain't no animal I ever heard of.
Nope, but it is a book. And it is magical.
I open it up and start to read it.
You open up to starting to read it. All right, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Six.
And your 6 gets you a wild effect, and your an image of your son appears next to you for 5 seconds, and then disappears as quickly as it came.
Does Darius have a son?
Throw the book over my fucking shoulder and grab it.
I haven't seen him in 3 midwinters.
I don't have a soul anymore, yeah.
I just kind of like yell into the ether, so to speak, or whatever, you know. That was a cheap blow. You understand me? Don't ever do it again. And I open another box.
Okay, and so while they're rummaging through boxes, we go back to Jorna and Sid, who are in a hallway.
We're playing with levers, not lovers.
Levers. Little
Levers.
things that you
Gotta
pull.
find this orgy hallway.
According to
Yeah.
chat, you can pull both.
I think Sid was asking before we left if there was a pattern.
Yes, and I rolled a nat 1 to find one, so.
Can I, with my magicness, discerning of which one is magic and not, find any patterns?
This doesn't appear to be magical. It appears to be mechanical.
Okay. Based on the ones that I know that are real versus fake, can I just pull the one that's closest to my left?
Roll me a percentile die.
Okay. It's a 72.
For the next hour, you can cast a cone of cold on creatures in front of you.
I'm so excited. Okay, cool.
Are we doing the process of elimination here? Shotgun approach?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I pull the next one.
The one right next to it?
The next one that you said to move.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Roll me a. Do you want a percentile die?
Okay. 31.
31. Okay. It is a. You get transported to the astral plane until your next turn.
So she just like bamfs out.
Poof.
Bye.
And while you're on the astral plane, you are going to see a familiar face. There's somebody on there that you might know.
Oh boy.
It Kurt's soul.
Please tell me it's Kurt Soul.
And
Get me out of here! This isn't natural!
so, as Sid is ported to the astral plane, she comes across a familiar face in Paul Renard.
Oh. Hello.
Hi?
It's good to see you. I don't know.
Why?
The other. Well, I know you've seen me before, yes?
Yeah.
Well, the other me is not me.
Huh?
I can't articulate it. It's the strangest phenomenon.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, apparently I am here on the astral plane. Well, I am there as well. And it happened when we were transported here. All of a sudden, I thought I would be where you are normally, but instead I'm not. I am here.
But you're there.
But I'm there. But I'm also here. I don't know.
Honestly, this
again,
is not the weirdest thing I've seen today, so it's fine.
But
And so what is Jorna doing as Sid has poofed and she's gone?
She's gonna pull the next lever.
just go for it.
I'm just gonna keep trying to pull levers to try and figure it, because Jorna probably thinks that at this moment she either went invisible or she just did something really cool. Like, I don't have the wherewithal to know what's going on, so I'm just gonna continue to keep pulling levers.
Okay, we'll pull roll me a percentile die.
Okay. 46.
46. You cast fog on yourself and get lost in it for the rest of the turn.
Grasping at more levers.
So like just within this hallway, she's just like taking her staff and just like swinging it, trying to create like some sort of visual line for herself, like,
Yes.
and then calling Sid. Hello.
So Sid is on the astral plane. Jorna is now casted in a fog until the next turn. And so we move over to Paul Renard and Cephalogia. What are you guys up to?
I'm still holding on to that painting that flew across, and I slide down. And, well, that was fun, now wasn't it?
Yeah. So they magnetize. They stick.
Yeah, they stick to the wall. Yeah, apparently that's the only thing that's holding them.
And I'm going to try and like just rip one off the wall and then just flop it and see where it's.
Ooh.
D100.
Whatever.
D100.
D100.
Yep.
It's my 10. All right. So that is a 45.
And you are holding this picture, which desperately wants to get back on the wall. You get hit.
Let go.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
What it do? All right. That is it's a 14. Yeah, that's a plus 2. 16.
16. You take half damage, and it is 2 points.
What do you get hit with, though?
A comet.
Oh, a comet.
Did it flop back on the wall when I let go?
Yep.
Right where it was, or somewhere different?
To the nearest spot that isn't taken in that 10 picture pattern.
Do you need some assistance? Your face looks kind of purplish.
I don't. Where the paintings go? My detective skills aren't.
But mine are astute. And what I figured out is that if you were to arrange the pictures in the way that the formation of the battle, as in the first painting over here.
Oh, it's
like a
panoramic.
There you are. There's the word. But if you want to continue getting hurt, that's fine with me.
All right, yeah, we will try and move the paintings one at a time so they go make the big battlefield then.
And as you do this, roll me a investigation check.
All right. Cool. Okay. That is 17.
You do this in the right order, and as you're doing that, once it becomes a complete picture, there's a bright sparkly thing, and this ghost appears before you. It is mostly, you can see it, but it's not very interactive. It's just kind of thing. And he clearly has died in a war. He's clearly hurt in it fatally, and has been stuck in this house working through this for quite some time. And he gives you guys a very courtly-like bow and says, "Thank you so much. My torture is ending. This is what I needed."
Who moved these paintings? Why would they do that to you?
I don't know, but I must go. Blessed be in peace, and thank you. And he bursts in a bright, sparkly light, and you assume that he is gone to wherever the spirits go after they pass on. And in the meanwhile, then as that is happening there, we go over to Darius and Archer, who are
solved us a ghost.
with a raccoon.
We just got a raccoon.
Survival check to see where this raccoon goes?
Yep.
Alright, that's a 16.
You find a slot where this raccoon goes, and you plop it on there. And the foundation, it goes, and it lights up. However, because on the other side of the house, a ghost has now moved on, there is a surge in your room. So roll me a D100.
Uh, 26.
26. An eyeball appears on your forehead for the next minute, and you have increased
Bullshit, that's my gig.
So
One more time? I didn't hear that because he interrupted you. What?
you are going to have an eyeball appear on your forehead. It's very noticeable to Darius. And for the next 2 turns, you will have advanced on wisdom saving throws as you're doing it.
Good God, man.
What?
Sir, I do not know if you realize or not, but you appear to have grown a third eye.
And then I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna accidentally poke myself in my third eye. I'm like, ow! Because that would probably hurt pretty bad, I imagine. I don't like when I poke myself in my other eyes, so.
Huh? I'm gonna open another box.
And also, what is going on in this room at this point is you feel that there's just a surge of energy. Darius, you wouldn't feel it as much.
Being soulless and all.
Yes. Archer would again have that annoying buzzing ears in his ears. But it's not as bad, and it hasn't overwhelmed him. But he does have a third eye for the moment.
And I also, do I have time to cast Goodberry and give one to the raccoon?
Yes.
That's what I do.
Okay.
The
And the raccoon is happy, and he's perfect, and he's on his pedestal, and his light of who the thing in the middle works just fine.
And then I give him belly rubs and go and try and find more animals.
Clarifying question. Are these little, like I said before, are these little mini statuette animals like real on the pedestal? They're
Yes,
like,
they have been shrunk, and they are small. And until someone holds them, they don't look like they're alive. When they get moved, they come to life, and once they're put on their pedestal, they go back to being a statue. So they're
this is a Druid's dream come true. Okay, cool.
It's like real life Pokemons.
Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon.
So the next people, we are on back into Jorna and Sid. Sid, you are ripped away from Paul back in.
Can I grab it?
And Jorna, fog has cleared, and you guys are all back together. You two are back together.
Was I able to grab him, or was it too fast?
No, you can't. He's stuck.
Oh.
You know he's there now, but he's stuck.
So I saw Paul.
What? Where did you
He
go?
said he's Paul, but also Paul is here, but Paul isn't here. It's been a very weird day. I want to get out of this.
Is Paul the doctor?
Yes.
So where did you go?
I don't know. It was dark.
No.
So Paul just to get this straight, you told me Paul was there, but Paul was here. So
Yeah, the
where-
doctor
don't
apparently
know.
here is not him. But maybe that wasn't him.
Okay, we need to table that. Put it on the back burner, as they say, the back bonfire, as they say. And okay, so I pulled this lever and it just made it smoky. So don't pull any of the levers that are already pulled.
Okay, I pulled the next lever.
And at this time, you guys are now going to suffer the ripple effect of the ghost moving on that has happened that you have no idea has happened on the other side of the house. So roll me a D100.
Okay. 82.
82. You can take one additional action immediately.
Pull another lever.
I would like to pull another lever.
Okay, roll me another D100.
Okay. 2.
For the next hour, your hair is on fire, but not on fire as in like you have to put it out. It's just flaming.
It's got fire genasi hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fire genasi hair. It's not on
Can
fire.
it just be like white smoky flame to like accent her whatever she's got? It's like
Yeah.
white smoke, white flame.
It's a white flame. It's
Cool.
harmless. It's just sitting there, but you kind of look like it has a candle top right now.
Ah!
And I'll like touch it.
Doesn't hurt.
Okay. I pull another lever.
And roll me a D100.
Shotgun approach. I feel so good about this. 63.
63.
Yeah, 63.
That's like 6 levers. There's so many levers.
You are turned in currently to a flump, and you get to be a flump for the rest of your turn. So you're a little floating creature who can only talk like this for
Come get on my pedestal.
Yeah, we need one of you.
We need you on my pedestal.
And so they are still messing with levers in the hallway. So we go back to Paul Renault and Cephalogia, who are completed their task and are able to exit the hallway. The door
After
opens.
you, my friend.
So the ghost was a soldier, and you figure out the ghost is a soldier, and then they fireworks away. All right, fair enough. Next.
So where do you go? What do you do?
I would like to also check for any ectoplasm that's left over.
Yeah.
Here you go, Ray.
Your mucus.
Your mucus, Ray.
There is very little ectoplasm. This ghost was not very powerful. It was clearly trapped inside it, reliving its death over and over again, and just needed to rest.
Well.
Sadly, I would have liked to collect a sample of that thing. But anyway, after you through the door, I guess. New friend?
Where's this ghost? Is this other ghost still there?
No, Taraki is, or no, you have Millicent. Millicent is, she stays with the room. She doesn't go anywhere.
All right. I'll go in the next hallway and be like, hey, who's the ghost in here?
And in this hallway, you see levers. You are at the opposite end of a hallway, and you see levers, and the levers are, and you can't see all the way down the hallway, but you see a bunch of levers, and so clearly there has to be a reason for these levers.
There's too many levers here. I don't like all these levers. I'm not pulling any of these levers. Why are there so many levers?
I start going through and just going, okay, boo, 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 boo.
Okay then. Roll me 2 d20s.
2 d20s. All right.
Oh.
I got a 14 and a 15.
You're muted.
You take a fireball and a magic missile to yourself. What is your AC?
That is. Since I was not prepared for any attacking him,
Can
it's
I,
only a
like,
paltry
Help
12.
action. I don't push you over. I don't know. What would I? Help action. No.
Yeah, but I have an AC of 12, so.
And you take half damage, so you only take 2 points.
Ow! That was fun.
Do you want to, does Cephalogia want to do anything?
I'll break out my mage hand and wait, I'll look around. Do I see any special levers, any girthy, thicker levers? They all just little guy levers in there.
Roll me a perception check.
That's I think that's perception. Yeah, that is that's going to be a 4.
You see absolutely no difference between any of the levers. Even if they were different colors, you wouldn't notice it. Just simply because they
How
are
much pressure you got to put on them to pull them, Paul? Is they easy flow levers or?
Oh, yeah, they were easy to pull.
All
Want me to pull some more? I will.
I'm just
That was
going to
fun.
run away, and then I'm going to mage hand at them and just try and slap as many of them down as I can with my mage hand. Run away.
So you slap 5. Roll me a D100.
Okay, that is a 26.
26. You cast Time Stop. So all the levers are now frozen.
I go around and pull all the levers down while they time stopped. And then...
And you run into Jorna and Sid, who are at the other end of the hallway.
Are they time stopped?
They are not time stopped. The levers
Help
are.
me with all these levers. We only got a minute while they time stopped. I did this on purpose.
Oh,
I'm a jellyfish.
Yeah.
okay. And I'll just walk over and just start pulling levers.
Yeah, we'll have all the levers down by the time the time stops up, and then good job. And maybe there's a ghost.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I poked the flump. Ooh, look at that.
And so with all these levers down in the next minute, the room turns and it goes sideways, and you're led down. There's a door, and you can get through the door.
We open
All
the door
right.
and walk through the door.
Did it again. Did it again. Yay.
And you get,
don't know what's
and you get to this room.
Is the time stop still on?
The time stop is still on.
All right,
and,
thank God. Yeah.
and the room is there. So the next thing is that you now are stuck in a room with thin things dripping down in everything.
Say what?
There are thin little like sewing thread. It all looks like sewing thread, and it's trickling down.
I'm
And why-
immediately going to turn to both of them and just say, or all of them, because there's now 4 of us in the room, correct?
Am I
And
back
just
to
say-
normal?
Yes.
I was gonna have to see what the flumps could do with that.
Do not touch anything.
And we swoop over to Darius and Archer, who are in their menagerie working on finding critters.
How many more of these boxes are there?
There are about 12 rooms that connect are all around, and there are boxes everywhere.
And how many pedestals are we trying to fill?
12.
Okay, we'll move into the next room then, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we found the one for that room, so I'll go to the next one.
Okay. And so you guys open more boxes. Roll me an investigation check. Both of you, if you're both opening one.
24.
You
Four.
find yourself a rhinoceros.
Damn it, I was hoping for a moose.
What's yours?
Oh, that's 4.
4. You find yourself a old dog leash.
A what?
Old dog leash. Just a dog leash. Nothing extraordinary. And
I
so,
Take
darn it.
take the rhino out to wherever it looks like there's a damn rhino pedestal.
And you roll me an investigation check.
14.
You find the spot where the rhino's supposed to go, and you put him there, and he dances a little bit with his little hooties, and he locks there, and he locks in spot, and the little light rushes to the center thing. And then we go back to our fearsome foursome of Sid, Jorna, Paul, and Cephalogia, who are at the end of this hallway, and they are standing there with very little dangly things that look like thin, tiny pieces of string.
But I really want to pull them.
Don't touch them. I'm
The other
serious.
room was really fun. That was really, the levers were all pulls, and it was fun.
The levers were a nightmare.
Yeah.
You weren't there. Don't touch anything.
Can you go under the thread? Is there like space
Mage
below?
hand? Can I mage hand at him?
Roll me a investigation.
Investigation. All right. Yeah, okay, so that is a 18.
Your mage hand, if it was possible for a mage hand to do, it looks like its fingers got cut off when you did that.
Oh.
Can
Fire.
Can I cast Pass Without a Trace on the group again?
You can try, but you have to beat my roll. So
Okay.
D20s.
Okay. 15.
18, so no.
Can I?
Is there space below the threads, or do they go floor to ceiling?
There is a space below the threads, but what you roll me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, I think that's a. Let me double check. Perception, 15.
So what you're seeing is this turny thing, and it basically up and down, like different rows. It's kind of like a pedestal, like a bicycle.
Yeah.
And these sheets go up and down, very thin little things.
Oh, so it's like circling. I
Blast.
wonder if we have to turn that off.
Eldritch Blast.
I concur, and I hold up my finger too, as in showing you that I can Eldritch Blast as well.
Ooh, Eldritch Blast. All right, yes. He's in the club. All right, yeah.
Well, it's a good thing he concurred.
I am a doctor.
Yes. So
Yes, double Eldritch Blast, the mechanism.
try and knock it off whack.
All right. Roll me an attack on it.
I'm good at this. +7. All right. That is 23. Yeah, 23 +7.
And I got a 15 to hit.
Okay. So you don't hit.
Okay.
Cephalogia does. But in hitting it, all it really does is you see how these things are now a mono. You see the mono wire, and these wires are basically nothing can get through them.
Not even Eldritch Blast?
No, they are ghostly filaments that are wires, and they are super sharp. So it is going to take building something and creating something to figure out how to stop the motion and allow you to crawl.
Yeah, you got a stick. Whom are with?
We gotta do it from this side. Because we can't get into the room, right?
Right. And there are two little side things here that have, well, what looks like supplies, just basic crafting supplies or whatever that you would need to craft things. So you can think about that while we go check in with Darius and Archer.
Okay.
Continue searching rooms.
Yeah. Keep on search, like basically until we get all the little menagerie animals. We can't really do much.
All right, roll me d20s.
Are we still doing investigation or?
Yeah.
15.
Killing it. 2.
You found in your box a duck.
Quack,
And
quack.
in Archer's box, he finds a pendant that has the etching of E on it. And it has, when he opens it, there's a little writing in there. And it just talks about giving things away. And so he gets that. So
Do I
write it
get
down.
anything from that like remote viewing from this pendant in the box?
Yes, you can. Roll d20.
What would is it like Arcana or anything or what?
No, it's just straight d20.
Okay, 8.
So you see in your remote viewing, as your eyes kind of glaze over, which Darius can see if he chooses to or not, a woman holding a bassinet, and she is clearly upset as she gives this bassinet over to another elderly woman, and there's hushed whispers going on. And this pendant was there. This pendant was around the woman's neck.
Bassinet.
And Darius, are you going to put your duck on, trying to
Yep.
find duck slot? All right, d20.
Come on, Affleck. Let's go. 9.
The duck flops out of your hands and quacks and then sits in the middle. It doesn't find its slot.
I'll pick it up and put it on a different slot.
Okay. All right, roll d20.
14.
The duck finds its slot and it quacks and it lights up its beam. And so then we go back to our fearsome foursome who are dealing with filament blades that are so sharp that will cut through anything that tries to get through it, and they have to build something.
Okay. Can I put, like, I hate to do this. Can I put one of my daggers in there and see if it cuts through a dagger?
Yes. Roll a just a straight d20 to see what it does.
3.
The filaments cleanly slice the dagger into tiny little etching parts, and it just looks like just perfectly cut through, like epically. Like you could like literally pull it back and be like, "Oh, I have pieces now."
Wait. Can I still do the cone of cold?
Yes.
Can I cast the cone of cold in the hallway to try and freeze these little filaments?
Yep.
Okay, I don't know how cone of cold works, so I can
Roll me a d20.
a d20. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to show that to them and be like, I don't think just stopping it is going to work.
16.
You freeze the mechanism for approximately 10 seconds.
I'm just gonna yell back at the group to try and avoid everything as you can. Just go, and I'm gonna dive into them and try to like dexterously maneuver them to not hit anything, even if they are frozen.
Dash.
Yeah.
I dash. I dash.
Whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna try to go through them.
Everybody roll dex. Dex
I
saving.
try and like stay as close behind as I can.
Yeah, wild
Human shield.
Dex saving throw.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh. That is a 11. 1-1. 11.
Hey, Doc, you having a problem there?
Oh yeah, I have a huge problem.
It's an 11.
I got
Okay,
a 1.
So you got a 1. There's 2 11s. What'd you get, Sid?
15.
Sid commando crawls underneath the thing pretty decently. Jorna and Cephalogia, you have some trouble, but you don't get yourself cut. The doctor is still on the other side pondering things and trying to decide.
No, actually, what it is I'm just like watching and just like expecting someone to get hurt, and it doesn't happen, and I'm just like, oh.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. So doctor's over there. Meanwhile, Jorna and Sid and Cephalogia, they make it to the opposite side, in which the door is not really a door, it is just an alleyway. And you see on the other side of the alleyway, which has nothing going on, Darius and Archer, who are intently playing with creatures.
What are you doing?
Walking into these bushes till I see one that rustles, and then I like go in and I catch whatever the little monster is that's in there.
All right.
I go look through another room.
All right, D20s.
I go up to Archer.
Well, I got above a 10. I'm really excited.
Can I assist them with this?
It's only 11, but it's still higher than 10.
Okay, you found a mouse, you found nothing.
So when I animate this mouse, my mouse will run out of my pocket, like really jealous like, and he like runs up my shoulder and he like sniffs out this other mouse, and he kind of like does this like, who's this mouse? He like looks up at me and then looks at this new mouse like looks at me like a dog, like when your dog sees you pet someone else's dog, like, you cheating son of a beep. Yeah, that's what my mouse is looking at me like right now.
Can I cast Speak with Animals and understand what they're saying to one another?
Roll me a D20 and just tell me.
Okay.
You homewrecker.
10.
Yeah, you can talk to him.
Okay.
My mouse is very sassy. He's actually a fancy rat.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah, he's a fancy rat. He's dainty.
So basically from the conversation, I just get the fact that your rat is uppity compared to the other rat, and the other rat doesn't know what's going on.
He's just some common street rabble. I'm a fancy rat, and then he's just gonna handle him like he's anything more than just some common rabble. I don't appreciate it. And then my rat poops in my hand.
Okay. Can I attempt to talk to the other rat, not his rat, but the other rat, and ask that rat if he knows where we can get the other statuettes for the other animals, if they know exactly where they are or not?
Roll me a D20.
Okay. It's a 6.
Everybody roll D20.
Rat. Oh.
Me too.
Animal handling?
I got an 8.
13.
Was it animal handling or just a straight D20?
Animal handling, D20, straight D20, doesn't matter either way.
19.
Oh, animal handling. It matters because I got really low.
Danger.
Okay, well, the mouse it has a little people voice because it's being held. All you have to do is go into the rooms and it's in the first box on the middle. So if you all do it, then you can put your stuff together really quickly.
I will follow the directions of the rat.
Nope, I'm not buying it. Not until I see Jorna sit there and go, eep, 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 eep.
I will convey back to the rat if necessary. Thank you for your time and your patronage. And I will immediately walk up to wherever the rat said to go and grab either the box or whatever it is to to open it in front of everybody. I'll bring it back to where everybody is and open it.
And so you collect, with the exception of the doctor who's still stuck on the other side of the
Yeah, I was
plumbing.
gonna say, hey Jorna, can you like Kona Cold that mechanism one more time?
And I'll turn around and blast Kona Cold like behind me as I do that, and I'm carrying the other box. So I'll just like, okay, fine.
And Paul makes it underneath the filaments this time, not being scared because everybody's on the other side. And now you're all together again, and you put together this menagerie. So at this point, the menagerie lights up, and you see this beautiful urn come up, and poofs, and you see a beautiful unicorn that was trapped, and it sparkles, and it leaves a little bit of horn dust for you guys. It puts it on the floor so you can pick it up if you want. And it says, "Thank you for rescuing me. It's been so long. I've been kept here since I don't remember when." And it whooshes away.
James Braxton.
I will take some of that unicorn dust or horn dust and put it in one of my vials, like the one around my neck. I'll just open it and like sprinkle some.
I will grab unicorn dust and shove it in every pocket I got. Why? Because it's
I
unicorn.
wanna
Yeah.
I'm a ranger, so I put a little. I put a little under my gum to test it.
Unicorn dust, and then I'm gonna save the rest for later.
I'm curious. Is this some of that good dust?
Good unicorn dust.
Yeah, that's some good dust right there.
And you feel the earth or the house shake again.
Oh, dang, it's really good dust.
And you are swirled back to your rooms, and that is where we are going to end this week. So,
Okay.
Is it over?
Yay.
Yay!
I thought we were late. What time do we start?
a little bit after 1 my time, but it's we always have to end on time.
It was a couple minutes late.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We did have technical difficulties at the beginning. We will sort that out for the next week and whatnot.
Right.
Why don't we run around and introduce ourselves again and tell us where you can find us? Megan, Sid, Ironcast.
Yes, name's Megan, Sid Ironcast. I don't really have a place you can find me, but it was really fun and I enjoyed participating.
Awesome. Paul Renault, who is also known as Mally or Justin, depending on when you know him as. Tell us about you, where we can find you, and what you liked best about today's adventure.
Yeah, my name is Justin Mast. I participate with Gilding Light, Satine Phoenix's, programs. I also participate with Cincinnati D&D for our Friday night game. So that's really fun. But tonight, with today's adventure, I liked just because my character's a little loopy, so that's always fun to play, as well as the puzzles. Those are neat. So
awesome. Thank you so much. And we also have Darius Warrenville, played by Kurt. Tell us where we can find you. Tell us what you liked about today, and tell us what everyone need to know about you.
It was fun. It was interesting. I'm now soulless. That's gonna suck. Yeah. As for where you can find me, right behind you.
Very cute. Cincinnati D&D, Matt and Miles, Suffley, Gia, and Archer. Tell us what you liked best about today and where we can find you at.
So I'm Miles, this is Matt, we are Cincinnati D&D. You can find us on twitch.tv/Cincinnati D&D, running games for Extra Life and Jasper's Game Day.
Hell in 2 weeks.
And then we'll be in Hell, Michigan in 2 weeks, streaming from Vote Pip Yap. If you guys want to check that out, it should be a lot of fun. My favorite thing so far is I've never played like a gothic brooding character, so that'll be fun. It should be interesting because usually I play very I'm ready to go, guys, and this guy's kind of back behind everyone. That looks dangerous. I'll let them be my meat shield, ranger style.
I really like the random tables. I thought they were going to screw me over more than they did, but they're really fun.
And last but not least, we have Jordan Ash, and she's played by Ray. Tell us where you're from, what you liked best about today, and whatnot.
Hey, I'm Ray. You can find me here, and sometimes on the Scraticus channel, and I help with Cincinnati D&D, so that's awesome. I play Jorna, who is a half-elf druid of spores. I really enjoyed kind of the craziness of everything, and kind of getting into Jorna as a character, just being able to kind of be like this weird, eccentric, paranoid druid type. It's very fun. I like the whole cast. Everybody as a conglomerate is very fun and exciting to work with. So I'm stoked. Stay tuned. Yay.
And I am Misty. I DM here on the Greyhawk channel. Sometimes I lurk around on the Scraticus channel, Madame Gandalf, and Kent Weebs as well. I also work with Cincinnati D&D, and they're going to be in Hell, Michigan, as well as Gamehole Con. And I believe everybody in this cast is going to be at Gamehole Con, with the exception of Darius. But it will be awesome. So thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, check out the patronage options for this channel. Everything that you guys help towards us allows us to keep developing. There are multiple discounts available, as well as opportunities through Patreon to become more involved with the cast. While we do not have our own channel yet on the Greyhawk channel, our cast will be there if you want to chat in the general Greyhawk chat about the cast going and comings and feelings about their characters after tonight's show. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a great night.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Make me fan art. I want my tiefling. Do I end it now?